This from Dawg Pound Daily. 3 Browns on the roster bubble heading into the preseason finale. They say Deontay Foreman. I don't see that. Javion Cone, maybe a practice squad candidate, and Miles Harden, rookie cornerback. Now, again, I think 2 of those 3, Foreman and Harden, are pretty secure. But I'm curious your thoughts. Do you think of those 3? Do you think all 3 of them are on the bubble? Do you think any of them are on the bubble?
Well, yeah, I think they're all could be on the bubble, but I don't. I think they like Foreman. They brought him in for a reason. Um, even with Nick Chubb on the roster, I still think he can fill the Kareem Hunt role. We haven't seen Naeem Hines. He was brought in to be the returner, but also a pass catching, running back. You got Jerome Ford. I see a committee. I still say even if Chubb is ready and they start him early or even at the beginning of the year, they would they would do a committee, and I could see that committee being, you know, Ford and Foreman and um, you know, even if Chubb is part of the 3, I think they would use 3 different running backs. I think who's on the bubble is Pierre Strong. If they decide to keep Strong over Foreman, maybe that would be the play right now. But no, I think Foreman's in good shape. As far as Harden, what he has going for him, he was a draft pick. Draft picks of Andrew Berry have made it at least through 2 years, unless they were injured and they end up on injured reserve. I think he's had a good camp. He didn't have the greatest game the other night. He got beat, but I still think that he's in pretty good shape to make this team because he plays nickel or he plays the slot, and a lot of corners really aren't adept at the slot. Um, and can't even remember the third one you
Cone,
said, but
Javion Cone, the undrafted
okay.
guard.
I think they gave him money to be an undrafted free agent. I think he's definitely uh, on the practice squad radar. If they feel that he can't make it through waivers, then he could push Michael Dunn off. When it comes down to the roster and the practice squad of 16, they really look at it as 69 players on the team, and a lot of it's strategy on who they think will make it through the waivers. There are veterans, there are guys that are going to be on this team that they plan to play, but for one reason or the other, never get claimed when they get waived. But a draft pick like Miles Harden could be claimed by another team because, he was drafted and other teams might have had him on their draft board. So depends. Cohen wasn't drafted, so they may think he could get through, but I think he's definitely on the practice squad if he isn't claimed. But he could push off, Michael Dunn, as a guard. By getting Nick Harris back, Nick Harris plays center and guard, so that could cause them to push a guy like Michael Dunn off the roster and free up a spot for Javian Dunn or Javian Cohen, I should say.